Hello everybody and welcome, I'm SonOfmowgef. It's Friday and I'm playing some more Screwdrivers. Last week I made a thing that flies reasonably well. I did kind of refine it a little bit between episodes, but it's essentially the same thing. This week, excuse me while I adjust my microphone, it's not even slightly pointed at my face. What was I saying? Yeah, this week I want to make something without wheels. That is to say, something that walks, quote unquote walks. And I'm not entirely convinced it's going to work. There is a mechanism that I have in mind which might work or it might be a disaster. Let's jump in and just see what I can get working. Because I'm honestly not sure. Let's start a new one. Well, this is going to be too small. I'll just use the biggest one, I guess? That the middle is the good question. Looks like it, yes. Let's add those in. Oh god, I'm already struggling in my brain. Let's actually just build a thing here which is like that. Right. Now, I want something with low RPMs. This one, 4,700 RPM, 3,550. I'm reading the stats over in the right if you don't know that. I guess I'll use these. Electric engines wouldn't be the best, but let's just use them for now. I can possibly change them in future. If I put that one there and that one there, let's grab one of these. What I'm thinking I can do is reduce the RPMs essentially with a planetary gear. I think that might... Oh, that was the wrong button. Let's grab one of these. Is it that way? Yes, that way. Which means I'm going to have to change this, doesn't it? Oh, I'm on one already. There goes that. Goes... Oh, wait, hang on. I think that's what I want to do. Yes, it is. At least I think so. Like, delete that. I want one of these. There. Ha! Got there in the end. And oh god, that's too long. I'm literally just winging this and hoping that I can, you know, adjust it and change it and adapt it as things go along. Again, I can't remember if I mentioned this, but I want to use a mechanism that I've used in the past in other games to make walking machines. So that would go to... What would that go to? Now, I would... Oh no, because that won't work, will it? The idea was, if I just slap that on there, was to have these spin that. But they won't, will they? How am I going to do that? Let's have a look. No, cogs and... I guess I could put a cog attached to a cog. That still wouldn't spin it, would it? I'm dumb. One of these maybe? Part into an access. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want, in fact. I don't know why I've got so many of these. Oh, nope, never mind. And then what you do is... I really haven't thought out the dimensions on this. Let me just see if I can build one leg. Because it's going to be a big thing. Now, that would have to come out to there. And spin... I don't want it too big. Just do that. I think something like that would work. The idea is that this turns this, which turns this, but this will go up and over in a circular motion, which would make this move in a circular motion. That's how I'm going to get the walking. Now, I think one of those... How long am I going to make the actual... I'm not sure what the right word for it is. Knees? Yeah, let's go there and there. Going to need to attach that to a frame. Oh, I'm going to have to actually build the frame, aren't I? Doi. Oh no, that's not... Because that's in the middle. I want one either side of the center. How big is that one? That's 9. Gonna want this. Game. Oh, that's the wrong. Grab one of those. I think that's the right size. Did I use a 5 here? I think I did. Boosh. Let's connect that to something. I'll use one of these for now, so I can just duplicate this over to here. Oh, game, please work with me here. There we go, like that. Now, if I've done this correctly, I should say, it should be symmetrical. Go down like that. That looks about right. Ah, yeah, perfectly right. Oh my god, look at me go. Then I'm going to connect... I used a unnecessarily massive part on that one. Now, how am I going to connect this? Oh, that's not going to work either, because I'm not going to be able to connect this to this. I guess I could move it to there? Oh, hang on. Oh, look at me, actually braining. Grab one of those. Oh god, what was that part that I just had select? Ah, there we go. I think it was that one. Is that going to be the right... Oh, look at me. It's almost like I knew what I was doing for a minute then. One of those. I still don't know if this section is going to be right. These aren't particularly powerful engines, are they? I guess I'm just going to have to try and deal with it. For now, let's just connect these bits like that, just so there's a somewhat solid frame. Boosh. I think that should work. Let me just test it. I'll just test it to see if it works. I don't want to build the whole thing and then realise I've done something completely wrong. Ah, yeah, look. Oh, one of the engines is backwards. Which one? The back one. It's kind of hard to tell which is the back and the front, unless the camera corrects itself. Let's reverse this one. It's a good job. I'm, like, familiar with the mechanism. I've used it 1,000 times in Scrap Mechanic and other games, mostly Scrap Mechanic. Yeah, there we go. They're both hitting the ground, moving backwards, lifting... Oh my god, the camera. Hang on. Right, okay. So, they're both moving backwards, which will push me forwards. They're lifting up, rotating to the front position, and then dragging backwards. I mean, that... Oh. That's something I didn't consider. When the legs hit the ground, the game thinks it's a collision. I mean, it is a collision, but you guys know what I mean, and applies damage to it. I'm gonna have to find... There are armor pieces, because I maybe use them as feet. That's not impossible. Let me just copy this all to the other side and go from there. There we go. It should be symmetrical on both sides. I just painted these to help me tell where the front is. I think that's pretty good. I could maybe make the legs a little bit longer, couldn't I? That's 7. I could possibly put that up to like a 9 or 11, but I don't want the steps to be too big because the feet are going to hit each other. I forgot to give it feet, didn't I? I'll work that out in a minute. Let's give it another test. Oh, hang on. Is that leg back there going backwards? Yes, it is. In fact, both of the legs on that side are going backwards now. Are they not? That one's going forwards, that one's going forwards. But these are going backwards. No, they're not. It's just that one leg. It's hard to point it out, but it's the one closest to the camera left. For some reason, it's going backwards. Oh my god, look. It destroys itself so quickly. Why would that one leg be going backwards? I thought the game fixed that. Because it only rotates in the direction of the builder, correct? Let me think. I think it's this one that's going backwards. What I could do, actually, if I just pick a colour here and do that, I should be able to see. It might just be me being stupid. Oh no, it's it rotates forwards for a half turn and then starts going backwards. That was right. It dragged the leg backwards, but now it's pushing, which will make this not function. It's not bad. The actual, like, mechanism, I keep using that word for lack of a better term. The mechanism works. Why is just that one leg going backward? Let me see if I can fix this quickly. This was an unexpected problem. There you go. I think I fixed it. I push W, they all go back, they all lift up, then they hit the ground, drag. Yeah, it's really weird. Like, this front one... Hang on, I'll go back to building. This part of it works perfectly every time. But I had to do this on the back one because one of these rear legs always rotates backwards. And I can't honestly figure out why. Like, this was the one that was rotating backwards before. And if I change anything, it switches to this one for some reason. Oh my good god. Oh, it's really bouncy. The body is hitting the floor, which means I need to make these longer. How long are these? 7. If I make these 9, I guess? I don't want to go too much because then it will take huge steps. How am I going to fix the bouncies is another question. I just add weight, I guess. Oh yeah, which will be what happens when I add the feet. I haven't looked at exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but again, let's just wing it. Let's have a think. Well, it's pretty obvious that I'm going to attach them down here. Like so. Game, please. There we go. And what blocks can I use for feeties? That should give it a mechanical advantage as well, now that I think about it. Maybe these? They're literally armor plates, aren't they? That looks really daft, doesn't it? Like I say, I could attach them in the middle of the block, but that doesn't seem... It's not going to be a foot, it's just going to be something that bashes against the ground and doesn't provide any advantage. It looks ridiculous. I'm kind of surprised that it works, actually. Apart from that weird thing where the one leg goes backwards. I honestly don't know what caused that, but other than that, it works. Let's see how this goes. Oh! That's... Oh, something broke there. Again, I feel like I just need to add a little bit of weight. Oh, I added a support structure on the top, by the way, just to try and clamp everything together. It is running in circles, but I think that's just how things are going to go. Ideally, I would have these legs all offset from each other. Like, I'd put one at, say, 90 degrees to the other one, but I don't think you can do that in this game, can you? Not in this configuration, anyway. What did I need to do? Oh yeah, weight. How am I going to add weight to this now? Guess I could just put some on the knees? I keep asking questions like somebody's gonna, like, answer me. I do this all the time. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's the wrong side, SonOfmowgef. There we go. Get rid of that. Put one of these in. Boost. See, in Scrap Mechanic, I would use a controller just to start the leg, like, flipped 90 degrees. I'd have that one just as is. That one would be at 90 degrees, so this points upwards. And then that one would be just as is, and then that one would be at 90 degrees. So the legs are offset. Again, I don't know if I can do that in this. I'm sure if I had more time, I could work something out, but now, how much weight do I add? Why have I got 5 of these and 13 of those? I don't know what my brain does when I buy things. I guess I'll just use the big ones. I can reduce it if it's too heavy. Boom. Let's see if that makes any significant change. Oh! The camera appears to be attached to the leg for some reason. Not the leg, the weight. You can see that weight moving. And the camera's attached to it. What's that about? Oh! Well, that's way better, isn't it? It runs in circles. I'm not, again, entirely sure why. Oh, and the front legs have become offset from each other as well, which helps. Makes a smoother walking motion. I guess I could fix the legs being weird just by giving each leg its own motor, but that would make it stupendously wide. And it's already pretty big. Oh, and I'd need 4 bloody planetary gears, and I might try that once I've sorted all this out. Why is the camera attached to the weights? I guess they are the last part that I added. If I do this, will it center the camera on those? I've just got to the point of trial and error, don't I? Nope. Camera's still attached to that one weight, which is spinning for some reason, and all the other ones are not. It still kind of breaks itself, but the legs don't fall off anymore. Sometimes it goes to the right and sometimes it goes to the left. Also not awesome for me. Let's see if I can make something that would make it spin. Well, turn rather than spin, but let's just get rid of that briefly. I could... Oh, hang on. I've got a thing that might work. If I take that off, grab one of those, I can do like a torque motor. Like that. Oh, a plan is forming. I do like it when my brain comes up with something which is likely to work. I can do that. Add one of those. And then... let me think. If I put just a random weight on it... right? That motor spins that, which spins that, and it should create torque in the opposite direction, which will turn the whole thing. I might have to use a bigger weight. The camera is still attached to that weight. What's that about? Let's just see. Okay. It doesn't bounce as much. The legs are all spinning the right way. This isn't bad, you know. Oh, look at that! Wait. Oh, I think I've set it up backwards. Yes, I have. That's fine though, isn't it? That's an easy fix. It's definitely not a turn on a dime, but it is walking, if you could call this walking. It is turning. Now, if I put this back to the way it was, game, please. Like, yeah, like that and like this. And assuming the legs won't suddenly turn backwards for no good reason, I think we've got it. Okay, so now both of the back legs are going the wrong way. At least they're going the same way. Let me reverse the controls on the engine. I don't know why I set them like that, but I did. Yet another test. Oh look, they're all going forwards. That's a much better walking motion, isn't it? I forgot to change the torque motor, so that turns right when I press left. That turns left when I press right. By right, I mean D. It's not a fast turning circle. Oh, I've just realised as well, it doesn't smash the legs to pieces anymore, does it? I think we're good, aren't we? I wonder how it deals with slopes. I mean, that one's obviously too steep. Let's see if I can trundle my way over to the slopes that are on the other side of this bridge. See if I can handle the 5. It probably will handle the 5. Come on, turn. Turn. There we go. I could maybe use a more powerful engine, like use the next electric engine up, but yeah, look at that. It's not bad. It still wants to turn and go downhill. It handles this pretty well, doesn't it? Oh, he says, with it turning sideways almost immediately. That's awesome. Oh look, and it even survived the fall. Does it get any better than that? Okay, well, that's all I've got time for in today's episode of Screwdrivers. Please like and subscribe if you didn't do that already. Put your comments in the comments section. I'll be interested if anyone knows how to fix that leg that went backwards randomly. Although, to be fair, I seem to have fixed it myself somehow. And the camera, why it's focusing on one of the weights instead of the middle of the vehicle. I'll call it the vehicle. Anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments section about that stuff. I'll be back on Monday for some more TerraTech Worlds, so if you come along for that, I will see you then.